What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Double Cherry Circumpolar Cyclone. So they're calling this one a Citra and Simcoe-hopped Milkshake Double IPA that is brewed with cherry and vanilla. It comes in at 9.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 2.5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to them. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did. It contains all the goodies they sent my way, and I'm super excited about this one. Why? Well, number one, I love anything cherry vanilla. So this is right in my wheelhouse. And the second reason is they do a non-double version that is 7.5%, still double IPA according to Hop Butcher. And I saw reviews of that and people, checking it in. Had to be at least a year ago, maybe even longer. And channel's on hiatus, and I was really disappointed I didn't get a chance to try it because it sounded great. So the fact I get to try the double version really excites me. Now, I feel like this could go one of two ways. One, I'm going to really love it because I love cherry and vanilla. Or maybe I won't because milkshake IPAs, fruited milkshake IPAs, usually the IPA portion gets lost and sometimes the adjuncts take over. And in this case with cherry, a lot of times cherry can be medicinal. So I don't know what to think. I'm hoping it's delicious. I did not look at any reviews. I've seen people check it in, but I don't remember what people were saying about it. All I know is I'm hoping I love it, but we'll see. Anyway, let's give it a proper pour here. So yeah, it's looking kind of how I expect it to look based on the ingredients, right? Get a little bit of an aggressive pour there, and some of it's leaking down here. Cheat a little bit. Maybe pour the rest in here. I want to get it all in just in case there's some goodies at the end. We're able to fit it all in. Nice. So, put this over here like that. Like I said, when it comes to milkshake IPAs and fruited milkshake IPAs, not one of my favorite styles, just again, because the IPA portion can get lost a lot, but I don't know, maybe the cherry and vanilla will make up for it. So yeah, that has this really nice like purple color, super turbid, murky, really can't see through it. Had about a 2-finger of a like light pink colored head, is now dissipated a little bit to about a 1/2 finger. Yeah, it looks kind of how I expect it to look. Let's get a nose. So the one thing with Hop Butcher is when they use vanilla in their milkshake IPAs or really in anything, it's very heavy-handed, I find. I find the vanilla dominates, especially the nose, sometimes the taste. But they use vanilla in ways that other breweries I have not seen in terms of like the intensity of the vanilla, and it doesn't usually smell fake. If it smells like a nice, beautiful vanilla flavoring, or flavoring and aroma, and it doesn't seem artificial. But a lot of people don't like that much vanilla. Sometimes I don't. I feel like in here, if the vanilla dominates, I'm gonna be kind of upset. But yeah, it's cherry vanilla, man. It's like the innards of like a cherry cordial without the the innards of it, not the chocolate. There's maybe a little bit of like a citrus or like a floral component maybe coming from the hops, but this has sweet cherries, sweet vanilla. It has a confectionery kind of nose to it. And it's really hard to get past that outside of like the floral and citrus tones. Like, it's all cherry and vanilla. Now, that's, again, it's 2.5 months old too, and that's my fault, not Hop Butcher's. When they sent me this beer mail, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but channel went on hiatus for about 5 weeks. I didn't drink beer for almost, like, it was like 6 weeks I didn't drink beer. So put 2 and 2 together, here we are, 2.5 months, and might be my fault, but at the end of the day, it doesn't smell good, or it doesn't smell good. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell amazing. A lot of cherry, a lot of vanilla. I'm hoping that it's not the 2 predominant flavors and that like the rest of the beer gets lost and it's too sweet and whatnot, but only one way to find out. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Hop Butcher. I don't know what to say. Always honest with you guys when it comes to these reviews. Even Hop Butcher, who people have alluded to that since they send beers to beer tubers and whatnot that, you know, you're going to inflate the score and you're going to love everything. And that's not the case. I've had like a half dozen beers from them that I didn't care for. And this is probably going to be added to the list. Why? For something that's 9.5%, has cherry vanilla, hopped with Citra and Simcoe, I'm not sure where the flavor is for me. Like if that's hard to believe. 9.5% Citra, Simcoe, cherry vanilla. I don't know where the flavor is. Like I was expecting a huge, intense cherry, vanilla, maybe some of those hops, even from the malt, 9.5%, you're using a lot of malt. It is very subdued for something approaching 10%. Let's regular review it, body, mouthfeel, and all the whole nine. Body on this one's like medium body. It is a bit thin at 9.5%. Maybe higher side of medium, so a little bit thin, but I don't really mind too much, but it's not as big, thick, and luscious as I thought it was going to be. The mouthfeel, it's a little bit, is it undercarb? Yeah, a little bit undercarb. Softer than I anticipated. Body mouthfeel though are okay. It's you know, it's nothing, it's not a huge negative to the beer or anything. The taste, this is where I'm fucking confused. I'm real confused at what's going on right here. I don't think I've ever had a beer that's 10% or close to it that just drinks like this. Right at the forefront, I'm hit with like a generic kind of sweetness. And then after that, there's a generic fruitiness. I wouldn't say it's cherry. I wouldn't say it's any specific fruit. It just has like a generic fruitiness. The vanilla comes in, hits me mid-palate. I know that's vanilla. And then the back of the palate, I'm kind of left with like remnants of like a cherry skin. So like slightly tannic. Yeah. Yeah, like a tannic cherry skin. It's kind of mixing with the vanilla, and I get like a cherry vanilla, but it's more like a tannic cherry skin with a vanilla that's not like over the top, which is cool. But 2.5 months, there's a little bit of like a lingering like citrus note, maybe floral, little hop presence. This is mildly bitter. This is more dry than bitter. This is like semi-dry, maybe even approaching like a full dryness. The best thing I can say, but the biggest positive from this beer for me, honestly, is the ABV. It works as in that even though this is almost 10% and it's subdued, it's also subdued from an alcohol standpoint. Maybe a slight touch warming in the chest, but there's no way if I was doing this blind, I don't think I would guess probably over 8%, let alone close to 10. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I was expecting more, I guess. I was expecting, I guess the best way for me to describe this is the front half of the palate is kind of boring and just void of like any kind of significant flavor for me. The second half is kind of where everything hits, and I don't know, it just doesn't work as well as I thought it was going to be working based on, you know, prior Milkshake IPAs and double IPAs from Hop Butcher. Don't get it twisted. Still love Hop Butcher. I've got a lot more beers from them to review. I'm sure a lot of them are going to be delicious. But this is what I always say about Hop Butcher. And every time I get a disappointing beer to me, I always sit here and like spend fucking 10 minutes going, oh, you know, that's just how beer works. You can't like, you know, every single beer from your favorite brewery. It's the truth though. I love Other Half. They have brewed some stinkers for me. I love Hop Butcher. They have brewed some beers that are stinkers for me as well. It's not that the beer is bad. It's just the beer doesn't resonate with me, and it's not what I'm looking for. And this, despite wanting to love this beer, especially when I first heard they were releasing it and the fact that I got it, I was so excited. Yeah, it's falling short. So we'll go one more sip. We'll rate it. Price, availability, whole nine. It's just disappointing. So Double Cherry Circumpolar Cyclone from Hop Butcher. Go low. I'm going to go high 3.25 and go 3.35. I was debating low 3.5, high 3.25. I think this gets a high 3.25. So 3.35 out of 5. That's one of the lower Hop Butcher beers for me personally that I have rated on the channel. Just got to be honest, it just doesn't do it for me. Again, it could be my fault because the beer is aged, But I'm going to go look at some reviews of this. I'm going to go look at some check-ins and see what other people are thinking. I could just be in the minority here where maybe I don't enjoy it and everyone else seems to love it. Maybe not. But yeah, just disappointed. Price and availability, I think price point on this one, typically I think these like big, double almost into triple IPA with like milkshake and cherry and vanilla, I think these are probably like $18.99 a 4-pack. If somebody out there wants to correct me if I'm wrong in the Chicagoland area, let me know. I'm sure if this got distro, it would be even more, probably in like the 20 to 22 range. Obviously, I would never pay that for this beer, and again, I didn't buy it, Hop Butcher signed it to me, but I wouldn't buy this beer specifically. They do other, like their Blazed Orange Milkshake blows us away, both the Imperial version and the regular. I would drink that all day, every day, both of them. They're just delicious. This, not so much. Availability, Hop Butcher getting distro all over the place. Here in the Western New York area, we see drops, like monthly drops from them. I'm sure a lot of people can get their hands on it. If you like cherry and you like vanilla and you're curious about this one, go and get it. Don't stop you. Go get a can or a 4-pack or whatever. But as someone who really enjoys cherry and vanilla, as you can tell, I'm super disappointed. So make of that what you will. So not much more to say about it. If you've had this one before, or even the regular double version of this one, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. The one positive I have from this, and it could have went sideways, is the cherry. It's not medicinal to my palate. And I'm sure some people will drink this and be like, that's like a medicinal, cherry. It's like a Robitussin or, whatever, cough drop. I did not get that in this beer. I just got a very like tannic cherry skin as opposed to like a nice juicy cherry. So if you got a medicinal kind of cherry flavor, post in the comment section. I want to hear about it because I'm glad I didn't, because I think this would get a lower score if not. So 3.35 out of 5. That was Double Cherry Circumpolar Cyclone from Hop Butcher. If you've had this one before, again, let me know. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. Like I said, even though you can't love every beer from some of your favorite breweries, I know that Hop Butcher, more specifically Jeremiah, appreciates the feedback, and that's a good way, breaking down the review. I'm telling them why I don't enjoy it. I'm not just posting on checking out tab and going, I hate it. I'm letting you know why I don't enjoy it personally. Again, it could be my fault. Could be on them. Who knows who it could be on? Could be on anyone. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. They do have the alcohol nice. If the alcohol wasn't as hidden, this would probably get like a high 3. Yeah, it would. Anyway, till the next one. Cheers.